Hey everybody, Deadpool is completely self-aware, so the dude knows his movie is awesome. We don't have to tell him that. And the first film earned $100 million on the first weekend, and with the upcoming second Deadpool movie due to be released in March of 2018, everyone seems to be excited to see what it has to offer. But before that, let's take a look at 10 things you didn't know about Deadpool. Deadpool is bisexual. Movies don't come any more self-satisfying than Deadpool. From the air of smugness that pervades this Marvel adventure, you would think it was the first picture to break the fourth wall or feature a profane, badly behaved hero. In another sense, though, it has earned the right to be pleased with itself. It does break a small amount of new ground in the area of its hero's sexual identity. In the comics from which the movie is adapted, Deadpool is pansexual. He makes no distinction between genders or gender identity in his choice of partners. His real name is a joke. When Deadpool was first developed, he barred such a striking similarity to DC's Deathstroke that his creators, Fabian Nicieza and Rob Liefeld, decided to name him Wade Wilson as an inside joke, implying that he's related to Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. In comics, Slade Wilson, alias Deathstroke the Terminator, is a primary antagonist to the Teen Titans. He's best known outside of comics for appearing in Arrow and then the Teen Titan cartoon adaptations, where he went by the name Slade, presumably because the name Deathstroke the Terminator was considered a little much by kid cartoon standards. He's a total nerd. Yup, the merc with the mouth? Yeah, the merc with a mouth plays at least one MMORPG, as evidenced by his reference to Leroy Jenkins, a Warcraft character who famously shouted his own name while rushing into battle. How does Deadpool have time to play World of Warcraft? He's supposed to be saving the world, not grinding for gold. Who would have thought? A superhero that is actually more nerd than the fans that watch his movies. Deadpool and Captain America are pals. Odd as it may seem, Cap is pretty much the only guy in the Marvel Universe who actually likes Deadpool, and Cap is the only person whom Deadpool respects. As a child, Captain America was Wade's idol, and since they are both secretive government experimentations gone wrong, or right, they've got their similarities. Deadpool actually looked up to Captain America when he was young, but the similarities end there. One is a wise, dick joke-cracking nuthead, and the other is, well, Captain America. Upright citizen number one. He's beaten enemies just by talking. Wade Wilson has always been chatty, but after being driven insane by the Weapon X experimentation, he couldn't shut his mouth. He's been known to talk enemies to death and even shut down Galactus with his endless stream of nonsense. The Fantastic Four could barely beat the world-devouring baddie, but Deadpool did it without throwing a punch. He breaks the fourth wall constantly. Deadpool's most notorious trait is his tendency to break the fourth wall, offering absurd meta-commentary on the stories he's in. Not many comic characters know they exist within a work of fiction, but Deadpool knows it and thrives on it. He frequently references the idea that he's a fictional character, and every once in a while he'll drop a comment to the artist or writer working on his book, usually confusing anyone sharing a panel with him. He's actually pretty heroic. Deadpool is a complex character, an anti-hero whose heroic deeds are often few and far between. But when he wants to be a full-blown hero, he really goes for it. For instance, when Archangel was on the brink of death, Deadpool nursed him back to health by cutting off chunks of his own flesh and feeding them to the dying mutant. It's gross, but it saved the X-Man's life. Soft spot for kids and animals. Photo. Marvel Comics sure. He's known to be morally flexible at best, but even the merc with the mouth has to have some scruples. He's known as a soft heart when it comes to defenseless critters and kids, most notably the potential mega-villain Kid Apocalypse. Whether it's because of his own troubled youth or if he's simply a good guy deep down inside, it's nice to know that Deadpool's warm and fuzzy inside. He killed the entire Marvel Universe. In the 4-part series, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, an experiment goes haywire, causing Wade to flip out and assassinate various heroes and villains. He blew up the Avengers using Pym particles, and he even killed his beloved Spider-Man with a clean headshot. He named himself Deadpool. In what may be one of the most convoluted naming stories in comic book history, Deadpool called himself after the death pool that he was entered into when he was removed from the Weapon X program. In the gruesome medical workshop where he and other failed government test subjects were tortured and experimented on, the Deadpool was a bet between patients as to just who would survive. Wade was given survival odds of 1,000 to 1, but he beat the odds. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and of course support us by subscribing to our channel for more great informative videos like this one each and every day.